You have to suffer with me. And also, I think it was designed this way by the universe itself because it allowed me to do some very practical things for today's class, since I now have the pleasure of teaching today's class. Earlier today, I pointed out to those of you who are on a daily meeting about 6.6 million people filing for unemployment in the last 14 days. Crushing records. Let's go back to that slide. Here it is. This happened today, Pam Norris. Look at that. Great opportunity for you. This happened today. This is NPR, which we got to be careful of where we get our news from. I thoroughly enjoy getting my news from NPR, as they are not everyone has an agenda and everyone's for profit, but at least they do their best to be better than some others. Just to give you an example, this is their graphic. I also put this in the chat. Initial claims filed since January 7th, and the recession era is here. Boom. 2006. 665,000. This is the world's greatest recession. Worldwide. This is the greatest recession of all time, worldwide. That is not a depression. It is now called the Great Recession, worldwide. And it's just 665,000. And then both left sides and right sides blamed each other and said, it's left side's fault, it's right side's fault, everyone's at fault. And vote for me if you don't want to die, basically what left and right said. I don't typically give my opinions during these calls, but I will give you my opinion now. They're all lying to us anyway because they want us entertained and not educated. Today, 6.4 as of March 28th. This is crazy because then that made me inaccurate what I said earlier, because there are more files being filed today in the last 3 days. As of this recording is April 2nd, 2020. What we're going to do, the name of today's class is Developing a Marketing Strategy for All the Unemployed People of America, okay? Or the world, depending on how your company is structured. Developing an unemployment. Deanna, can you send that to me in lineup? I would appreciate that. It will stop me from multitasking. Developing a marketing strategy for the 6.648 million people without a job. Now, the way unemployment works, ladies and gentlemen, is that doesn't really track. Unemployment is funny. Unemployment doesn't. Let me just say that. Go ahead, Phil. You go ahead for a second.
Let me share with you how critically brilliant that strategy is. And I learned it on a smaller level than what you just presented it to us, but let me share with you what that is. There was a company in Columbus, Ohio. They were going out of business. And I knew their human resource director and their CEO. So I called them up and I said, I'd like to do a program for you. They said, Phil, aren't you paying any attention? We're going out of business. I said, yeah, I want to do it for free. He goes, what? He goes, I want to do it for free. He goes, why would you do that? I said, I can't think of people who need humor more than people who are getting out of work. They said, I can't believe you do that for us. I said, let me do it for you. It's an honor. I did it for grand slam home run out of the ballpark. Every one of those people in that audience ended up someplace else. And I can't tell you the amount of business I got out of doing that one free speech for a company that was going out of business, because the people that sat in that audience ended up at another company and recommended me to go into them. So what you're saying right now is absolutely brilliant.
Wow. Thank you very much. And not only are we going to be as brilliant as Phil did it, I'm going to borrow from someone and make this easier. By the time you leave this class, you will have a blueprint of how to get this done. You will have a link to go back and reference how to get this done. And we will have a full marketing strategy because we have no time to waste. Right, Phil? Like, if you're going to do this, you got to do it now. There's no time to waste. Time is of the essence. I'm going to go back and reshare my screen. This is staggering. I was going to make a comment, and I knew I should let Phil talk first because my comment is going to be inflammatory, professionally inflammatory. Or maybe not inflammatory, that's a bad word. It's just going to be eye-opening, and it's going to just ruffle some feathers because it's just so much truth. You got to be careful when you see unemployment numbers because that doesn't have anything to do with African-American unemployment or day workers, day laborers. Y'all ever seen let me stop sharing my screen for a second. Y'all ever seen the people that stand outside of Home Depot? Y'all ever seen that? Day laborers? India right now is being crushed with the quarantine because day laborers in sections of India, who knows what day laborer is? Who knows what that is? And acting is just someone that gets a job for a day. Yeah. All right. Good. Yeah, go ahead. No, please, anybody.
So somebody that works for, daily pay, they work for hours. A lot of times you find them in front of Home Depot, and they'll do odd jobs or do the job, and they work for that day. So particularly, either being paid by the job or paid by the day. I hired a lot with my property preservation company. I would use day laborers because the turnover was so high, because when people would get into some of the houses, they would realize that they saw so much stuff, it was constantly turning over people. So I would have to keep a steady flow of day laborers. So constantly they would call in the morning and, hey, you got any work? Once you filled your quota, and then, number of people you needed, then, not maybe tomorrow. So day laborers, they work for the day for, Craigslist is popular for find day laborers.
No doubt.
Yep.
No doubt. So that's day labor. So check this out. The way the government works, y'all, is Maurice said, I've hired this many people, and they count that as a job. So when you see this is not an accurate number of unemployed people in America, since we're talking about America. This is the amount of number of people who qualified to file for unemployment. Maurice, those day laborers, do they qualify to file for unemployment?
Absolutely
against
not.
Your company? Absolutely not. This is staggering, y'all.
Antonio?
You go ahead, Phil, please.
We don't qualify to file for unemployment.
Right.
So right. Entrepreneurs. CEOs. You so right. God dog it. Good job, Phil. So day laborers, CEOs, unemployment in the African American community is something like 34%.
1099ers.
I don't know what 1099ers. Yep. 1099ers. Oh man. Anybody like that. So that's not 6.6 million people without a job. That's 6.6 million people that qualified to tell the government we don't have a job. That number could easily be multiplied by 3. And since all news is good news, the universe laid everybody off just so you can be the solution to their problem. All right, now that sounds insensitive, but I don't mean it to be insensitive. I want to spin everything back into a positive for you. Go ahead, Phil.
No pressure there.
None at all, right? None at all. You got all the fish jumping out the pond right now. All the fish. And they're waiting for you. If you're just joining us, what we're talking about is developing a marketing strategy for 6.6 million people unemployed. By the time you leave this class, you will absolutely have a blueprint, a link, and a marketing strategy to go forth in your own business. I'm going to share my screen again because this is I just want to press this point. And also, Deanna is doing some hard work for me right now, and you have to suffer with me teaching. Now, look at that. This is NPR, by the way. This is NPR. The date on this article is today. Oi. Now. Right now. Every morning when I get up, the first thing I do is I start reading news. I don't care anything about the news. In fact, let me say that again. I read the news or I read the sources that I choose to read. I have a filter on what goes inside of my little brain here. I do not watch anything on Fox News, but I do read a lot of Fox News on the internet. I do not log on I do not listen to Fox News. And if they are on TV talking, I'm pretty much not present because that is all the same script, same copy, and I'm not falling for the okie doke. I typically read.
Sorry about that.
No, I'm not falling for it, man. I'm not falling for it, right? Yeah. Go ahead. You can talk.
I wanted to ask you, was that 6.6 now changed from the 3.2 we talked about last week? That just
absolutely. It doubled in a week.
Okay.
It doubled. It was 3.3 last week. It literally rose 100% in a week.
Okay.
Yes. And this unemployment, this is accurate numbers from March 28th. That is 4 days ago. It might be, it was 31 days in August. August. 31 days in March. 4 days ago. We don't even know what's happening in the last 4 days, but of course, Antonio was giving it to y'all again. Yes. Well, I'll repost this in the chat for some of you who are just logging on so you can have access to this. Reposting it right now. Here's what's crazy and beautiful about this. It's crazy beautiful because that's how beauty works. Beauty is crazy and crazy is beautiful. This is what's beautiful about this. These people are consuming your content faster than they ever have before. And now they're what you call motivated buyers. Pam Norris, they're out there trying to buy something. They're motivated. All you got to do is say, I'm Ice Buddy, and this is how we can help you now. Ladies and gentlemen, do not, all of you listening to me, I'm going to say something that I've probably never said before. Do not, in this time, do not sell your main product first. All right? In this time, do not sell your main product, first. Okay. RAW buyer, ready, willing, and able. No doubt. No doubt. Listen, y'all. Do not sell your main product first. Everybody, do this. Sell the candy. And then let your main product be the medicine. No one likes to buy medicine. We like to buy candy. And then what do? We get medicine and we put sugar and artificial flavors in it so it can taste like candy. No one has just ever gone and said, I'd like some castor oil, please. It's nasty, man. It's nasty. The whole spoonful. It is disgusting. You got to tie me down to give me that in my mouth. My grandmother used to put that in my mouth. God dog it. Rest her soul. She was wrong for that. That castor oil is nasty. It is thick too. Hey, I feel it bad. Can I have some castor oil? No. No one does that. No one does that. We all want to wake up skinny, right? You need to position your product to where it's candy for these 6.6 million people. I'm saying something. Got death threats to take it. You sure right. Yeah. Hey, girl, you gonna get this for I whoop your butt. Death threats to take it. That castor oil is nasty. Some of you young folks don't know what I'm talking about. Castor oil, nasty. That's it. That's the gist. If you want to check out, you can check out this class now. You now know what to do. I'm going to teach you now how to do it faster and better than ever. But if you got to check out, you can check out right now. In 18 minutes, we covered it. Do a marketing plan for 6.8 million people, which is more than likely like 18.9 million people or more. So I would probably put 3 to a 6x multiplier on that. That's probably what it actually is, because Phil brought out, obviously, that I didn't even, it was so obvious it skipped me. Entrepreneurs can't file for unemployment. Small business owners can't file for unemployment. And we know small business is the backbone of the American economy. We know that for sure. We're the backbone of the American economy. We can't file for unemployment. And that's for sure. So that's it. That's that. Now, let's help you capitalize. What I'm now going to do is I am going to bless your socks off, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the link from Gary Vaynerchuk. Uh-oh, wrong one. Sorry about that. That is my local file because I saved it. Now, there you go. That's the link. You can now click the link and follow along with me, because I'm going to help Gary. I'm going to have Gary V tell you how to take your content, make 64 pieces of content out of it, because he is a brander, a marketer, and I want to have Gary V tell you how to take care of these 6.6 million people, and then I'm going to have Antonio Smith tell you after Gary V tells you, and then the class shall be over. The
Antonio?
name... Yep, go ahead, Phil.
Before you start, I have one of my business partners is very high up in the politics in the state of Ohio. And he got to see the bailout bill before it was finalized. And he was the one that recognized there wasn't a provision in there for entrepreneurs, 1099ers, and for gig workers. So in the new bailout, there actually is a provision now for entrepreneurs, 1099. It's different than unemployment, but it's there. And one of my partners is the guy that discovered that and then passed that on to the federal government.
Good. He saved a lot of lives, let me tell you. The harvest that's going to come back to him, even though he wasn't looking for that, is going to be plentiful. He saved a lot of lives by doing that. So shout out to him. That is fantastic. Because, I mean, I haven't got a tax refund since my oldest son's been alive. So he's 11. It's been 11 years since I've had a tax refund. And I haven't been rolling in the money for 11 years. I just made too much pre-tax money. Is that what it was? Too much? No. Other way around. I made too much after-tax money that I had to then pay taxes on. And I put myself in a different tax bracket by doing so, by choosing to be a small business owner. Put myself in a different tax bracket. So I've been paying taxes since 2008. I've been paying taxes since 2008. So I don't get none of that stuff. I didn't get the bailout in 2009. Ain't none of that stuff. None of that stuff. But he saved lives for sure. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that Gary V can bless you. This screen will dominate for quite some time. This is Gary Vaynerchuk. He is, in my opinion, he's #1 marketer in the world. But he's not really he's certainly not a salesperson. In fact, let me stop real quick because you can see this here. Gary V is not a salesperson. Grant Cardone is a salesperson. Gary V does not do sales. He doesn't even know how to do sales. And he's not going to tell you he knows how to do sales. Gary V is not trying to sell anything because he doesn't know how. What Gary V knows how to do is market and build a strong brand so where he doesn't have to sell. And that's what makes Gary V so brilliant. Gary V has figured out how to sell without selling because he sucks at sales. He'll tell you that himself. He's got some podcasts saying that same thing. If you don't do well at sales, this is the class for you. If you do well at sales, this is the class for you. Let's break this down. How to make 64 pieces of content in a day. So before we even get relevant here, let's just bring up the common sense. What was the original thesis of this class? The original thesis of this class is simple. It's right here. What we need to do is we need to go out and go market to these people right here. Right, Pam Norris? These people. These people. Forget the world. These 6.6 million people are motivated. Do you understand? Forget your current customers. These people are now saying, Justin, bro, help. That's what they're saying. You can make a lot of money off of 6.6 million people. Forget everybody else. Forget your timeline. What the hell are these people? Where are these people? How can we reach these people? Antonio, there's 7.8 billion people in the world. You always tell me that. But the deal is, man, I'm not that big. Where can I start? All right, then. You start right here, Maya. Right there. Right there is where you start. Let me blow that up. Right here. Right? Blow it up real good. Right there. That's where you start. Right there. 6.6 million people is where you start. Right there. That's where you start. Oh, no. Hold on. I saw you try to take a screenshot. Hold on. I'll put it back up there for you. I got you. Right there. There you go. In fact, and I do you a favor. Look, I put both of them up. March 21st, that was at 3.3 million you asked about. They go to 3 a week. Look, that's 100. Y'all, I wish I can draw. If you look at this number and this number, that's 100% growth.
In a 7-day period, jeez.
In a 7-day period. You know, ladies and gentlemen, you're not supposed to have 100% growth in millions. If you have a 10-member church, if I go inside your church, your mosque, your temple, whatever it is, and you got 10 members, and I tell you that I'm going to help you hire me to grow your church or your mosque or the religious center, that I'm going to say, if you got 10 members, I'm going to say by the end of the year, I think it is best that we set a projection for 50 to 75% growth. That's 5 new members to 7 new members. That's all I'm going to say. I will not say I'm going to take you from 10 members to 100. Phil knows his answer. Phil, why would I not tell them I'm going to take them from 10 members to 100 members? What kind of astronomical growth is that?
A great marketing plan, poorly implemented, accelerates your demise.
Wow. A great marketing plan, fully implemented, accelerates your demise. So I'm not going to sit up here and tell y'all that I'm going to grow you by 1,000%. Do you understand? But to grow by 100% and you're at 3 million, that's insane. That is not how you're supposed to be.
In a week?
You're supposed to be going in a week. In a week. Netflix wishes they could go through 100% growth in a week in subscribership. Donald Trump wishes he could get 100% more supporters in a week. No one can do that. That is ridiculous. The only thing that grows that fast in a week, by my observation, is a bacteria. I can't think of anything else. Bacteria, virus, or cancer will grow like that in a week. Other than that, I can't think of nothing else. Nothing else. Now, so let's come up with a solid plan. And here's the beautiful thing, y'all. I don't have to act smart about this. I don't have to act like I got this together. It's not required. There's no need. Someone did it for me 2 years ago almost, and I am just going to share it with you. His name is Gary Vaynerchuk, and here it is. How to make 64 pieces of content in a day. This is a step-by-step guide. I've shared it in the chat. It's a PDF with 270 pages. We'll get through as many as we can, and then I'll put my Antonio Smith spin on it. 2, if you're planning to be relevant in business over the long term, you need to consider putting out 100 plus pieces of content a day. I'm already there. I said 75. I'm already putting out 100 pieces of content a day. I'm already putting out 100 pieces of content a day. I said 75 earlier, but I went and counted. I'm at 100 a day or something like that. Now, pause for a second. I want to share my screen, and let me see. Who's that? Go ahead, Maurice.
I'm sorry, I did that by mistake. Pardon me. I hit that.
Ain't no problem. I'm going to share my screen with y'all. I'm going to show you something. Pam Norris, you're going to love this. I did it once before. I'm going to do it again. Can you see my screen, Pam? See the pretty curly hair up here? This is Antonio just uploaded 5 videos. They're ready, right? They're ready. They're ready. I'm going to watch. Y'all for the watch. You're going to pay attention to me. Before I tell you how to get this done, I'm going to show you how you can upload multiple videos at a time, okay? Multiple videos at a time. Here we go. Since you can see this, there's my description I want in there. There's my description I want in there. Not that one. Here's my description I want in here. Scroll down. Here's my description I want in here. Scroll down. This description is going to be a tad bit longer because it's going to be tailored to the daily meetings that I'm having. Since this is the daily meeting that just happened this morning, and I got it scheduled for 1 p.m., which is right after this phone call. Right after. It's going to start at 1 p.m. I'm going to come here. See that says I do daily meetings. Go ahead and register in advance. And each one of these videos now, everyone, is a funnel. This free content is a funnel. Now, I've already posted. Let's see how many I've posted already. On Facebook alone, we're going to see how much posts have I already posted. We know I'm about to do 5. We know that. We just saw 5 videos. How many, Pedros, unmute your mic and tell me how many posts do I have scheduled in the next whatever?
31.
31.
scheduled posts. You have 31 scheduled posts.
So at the very least, if I just take the rest of life off, if I die, it's going to be 31 posts still going to post in my death if I die. I'm not going to die. Not now, but you get the point. I got 31 posts scheduled. Then let's see what I posted today. Let's see what I posted today. All right, that's 1, 2, let's see, so it's been 11 hours and 32 minutes. 2, 3, 4, can't count this one. So I've already posted 4 posts for Facebook. And I've scheduled 5, so that's going to be 9 for Facebook in the next 24 hours, less than that, next 12 hours. So if I don't do anything else, I got 1 social media that's going to get 9 different resourceful posts ASAP. Everyone following that? ASAP. 9 different social medias that's going to get, 1 different, Catherine said, incredible in the chat. I'm ready. And that ain't even, that's just what I got. But of course, those scheduled posts are still going to post because about 4 of those scheduled posts are going to hit today as well. So that's going to be 13 posts on Facebook alone, all resourceful. Now, I'm going to share my screen again. Share my screen again. I want to show you something. This is where I upload my podcast to, not trying to sell them to you. Just know that this is a new podcasting platform. I do recommend it. But I just posted today these 3 episodes, and after the class is over, I got 2 more to post. 35, 36, and 37 just got posted today. So we take the 13 from Facebook, and we add these 3, that's 16, plus the 2 more, that's going to be 18. 18. Now, my gripe with LinkedIn is LinkedIn doesn't make this fun and available like it should, but we'll make it work. LinkedIn is awesome. It's actually my favorite platform, but it doesn't, they're a content platform, they're a content strategy platform, but they're not behaving that way when it comes to going to see your post easily. See how, like, all this is just difficult to see what I've posted. So here you go, here, activity, see all. Then I go back 11 hours, 8 hours, 1, so we can't count anything. All we can count is 1 post. That means all we can count is 1 post on LinkedIn. Now that I'm aware of that, that means I'm about to murder LinkedIn today with more posts. Let's see what I did yesterday. 1, I shared someone. 2, because I'm smart. 3, 4, look, 16 hours, 4. Still going, it ain't, there we go. 5, 6, okay, 6. I posted 6 posts on LinkedIn. No, hold on, 21 hours ago. And that's 3 days ago. There you go. I like that 3 days ago. There you go. I posted 6 posts on LinkedIn 24 hours ago, yesterday. 1 today. I'll fix that today. So if you add 13 a day and then 6 a day on LinkedIn, that's at least 19 posts between those 2 platforms. It's got nothing to do with Instagram. Got nothing to do with all this other stuff. Got nothing to do with podcasts. I posted 5 podcast episodes yesterday. So if you take those 19 plus 5, that's 24, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So now that you see how this works, if you just joined us, we're talking about developing a marketing plan to reach 6.6 million unemployed people in America. Why? Because, boom, right here, as of today, April 2nd, today, 6.6 million people filed for unemployment. Another dismal record. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's go back to Gary Vaynerchuk. May we all be blessed. You need to be paying attention to, you need to be posting at least one piece of content. So I showed you it's possible. How much did he say? Every single day. But Antonio, where? What platforms? I'm glad you asked. These platforms, right now. Take a screenshot. These platforms, every day. That's just for young people. They over there. Go get them. Go get them, Pam Norris. You know what's trending on TikTok right now? You know what type of videos are trending on TikTok? And I bet you I've seen them on your timelines. You're going to love this. You're absolutely going to love this. These are the type of videos that are trending on TikTok right now. The young folk acting silly and bringing their grandparents in. How many of y'all have seen it on your timeline? Yep, you have a choice. It's all over your timeline. Yep, Maya. It's on your timeline. And it's so cool that then you got people duplicating it on like Facebook and stuff, but it originated in TikTok. Would you see how many of y'all seen the video? The music goes and you see people go, they do this, and then they move off and somebody else do it right behind them. Come on, don't fool me now. You see the clap, you see this, and they do this, and they move off and another person get behind them. And you see that it's the oldest person to do it and get all the way to the baby. Yep. Everybody's saying, yep, I've seen it. Yep. It came from TikTok. It's a TikTok challenge. And now you just got people doing it everywhere. What I'm attempting to tell you is TikTok, if you are a baby boomer, TikTok is the place for you right now because it's so cool to see Pam Norris acting like us on TikTok. I just opened up some eyes. Aha. Right? It's so cool. Now, let me stop sharing my screen because I gotta bring it in here, Maya. I gotta get people to listen to me this shit. I get it. You're gonna say, but that's young folk. I don't know how to sell over there. You don't need to sell. You need to build a brand to these 6.6 million people. You need to become likable. The reason why Let's Talk Wednesday was so successful yesterday, shout out to Maya and Lisa Jones, it's because you're likable. Right? So instead of starting from scratch, ATS said, let me go over there. Let me go support. Because you're likable. You understand? Likable showed up in results. Now imagine doing that across like all your businesses, all your aspirations. Be likable. Be likable. All right, let's go back to Gary Vaynerchuk. These are the platforms. Take thine leave. Go ahead and look at it. Look at it. Wrench around. Wrench it off. There it is. Thank you very much. Now that you can see it, it is a good look. Those are the platforms. What does he say next? These logos may change, but the thesis doesn't. That's true. What he's saying is these platforms are going to change. Instagram will lose its relevancy one day. All these platforms will lose relevancy, but it's never going to stop. Do that, and you'll be just fine. What else does he say? To really drive that point home and make sure people get it, I made a video in a car talking over a video of my leg, and it's right here. Literally. Video in the car, talking over a video of his leg. Don't talk to me about you don't have a team, can't make content. It's his leg he's talking about. It's just a leg. The reason why people don't make it is because they overthink and overvalue production over their message. And I really wish that I could drive this home. How many of you overvaluing production over your message. Y'all, I made some calls yesterday. Right now, the summit that we did last Saturday, the guy's trying to grow it bigger because it's just straight philanthropy. It's all these millionaires on just giving back, and he wants it bigger, bigger, bigger. Now, if you don't know, Team ATS, we were 250 registered strong. No, 350, excuse me. Yes, we accounted for 75% of all registrations. Team ATS. That's the truth. That is the truth. Yes, yes, yes. We accounted for 350% of all registrations. I never emailed anybody. Never did that. I just talked to y'all and told y'all to go talk to other people, right? The super fans, y'all went out there. 500 total registrations. We had 350. Incredible. Incredible. He wants to go bigger now. I ain't trying to get to thousands. So I told him, I can bring in 1,000 myself. That's no problem. I got the platform. I ain't even shoot an email. All I did was shoot a text message. That's it. I shot a text message one time and got that many. And then it happened. Let me tell y'all what happened. I called. In fact, hold on. Let me put the screen back up. You put the screen back in. Production over there of the value. They overthink and overvalue the production of their message. You're going to overvalue production over message. Then it happened, y'all. I called some folks to give back. Doesn't matter who. And some folk, y'all know them. Know them, not him, them. Y'all know them. And they were worried about production. Some were worried about owning the rights and all that stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. You do your thing. First off, this ain't even my event. Giving back. It's all good. I'm just headlining. Number one. Number two, they were worried about Zoom is I see. You don't know how to talk when there's no crowd in front of you. Got you. I get it now. So no problem. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been saying a lot of real stuff lately. Here is probably the realest thing I've said in 2020. Are you ready? I'll pull my mic close. You will never outproduce my ability to tell a story. Never. You can't do it. You will never outproduce my ability to tell a story. You will spend $15,000 on production. And in that time, I would have put out 15,000 different stories. One of us is going to be filthy rich and the other is not. Don't you ever try to compete with a story with production. Production loses every time. That was for half of y'all. That was for half of y'all. Sure was. That was for half of you. Production would not make you win. Tell your story. Send that message. Then make the money through the message and then increase your production. You know what I'm saying? Nobody care about your production. They care about your message. You live in the YouTube era. You know what I'm saying? I purposely do these calls over Zoom. This is low quality production, high quality content. You can't get this content anywhere else. but you can't get the production. But you can't outbeat me. This Zoom, this is crazy. I pay $14.99 a month for Zoom. And from Zoom, make way more than $14.99 a month. You understand? Production does not beat message. Who does that just help? All right, there you go. So I want to see content from you today, Pam Norris, Michelle G., and Maurice. Actually, Maurice, I saw you do 2 videos yesterday. Good job, man. Yesterday and the day before. I see you. I see you. I see you. Pam Norris, I have a problem I want you to solve for me. Let me tell you what I did. Hold on. I want you to solve this for me. Let me tell you what I did. And when you solve this problem for me, you're going to solve it for millions of people, okay? I want to tell you what I did. I should put this content out. I really should, Maya. I just haven't, but I should. In the United States Army, what we did, because I drove tanks. I drove armored personnel carriers. We'll just call them tanks so everybody can understand. And what we would do is we would cut the sleeve of our shirt, because this has elastic right here. And then we would cut the sleeve. And you got the cut in here. That kind of goes over your head. But the elastic part comes right here. So now we can't choke to death on the dust coming in our mouths. And when I was sharing people how to build masks the other day, I was like, you know what? We can use plastic. I got those, but I know how to take this and make a mask. And this is what I did. This is what I did. See that cut in my shirt? But watch this here. You're missing something. You see how it's kind of thick there in the center? Can you see that thickness? That thickness is an AC, air-conditioned filter, doubled. It's doubled. Yes. This is me. This is my mask. Doubled. You understand? This air-conditioned filter is doubled. It's actually this long. Actually, it's this long of a filter folded on top of itself. I ain't breathing in nothing but the Lord's air. You understand? Whatever air, it's filtering out everything else but the Lord's air. Whatever air God breathes, that's what I'm breathing. You understand? This is God's air. Now watch this here. I made this myself, but I ran into a problem. I was sewing it. I was sewing it. It was taking too long because I know how to sew because I was homeless. It's all good though. So what I did, you see this? Can you see those staples? Can you see them? What I did, you can see that's me drawing my face. I actually drew my face. That's what that little line is. I drew my face. And, honest to God, staples inside. That's the inside. Now watch this here. This is my problem, Pam. Watch this here. This is fantastic though. So now, I had to go out to the store yesterday. Now I'm used to looking like this because of the Army. But this is me breathing through a filter. A double. It's already an expensive filter. But then it's double. You understand? So I went outside like this. That's how I went outside. This is brilliant. This cost me $6 for the filter, and I can get 12 of these masks off that filter. And all I did was go in my drawer. And get my T-shirts. Now, that brilliance, Pam Norris, created me a problem. I said to myself, that is brilliant. Why am I not teaching people this? And I went because I don't feel like it. but I know who would like to. Ice buddy. Aha. Aha. I said, I know it's a bunch of money in knowing, because we got a massive, and I built another one, actually. It wasn't me. Another one, but this one for, the dreads, and this one has tie-in straps. So you can do this and tie it cooler, right? This is actually my college shirt. That's actually, you can look like it says college. It says HBU College on there, right? Now, let me tell you what's cool about that. Cool about that, I recognize two things. For one, that was content. Yep. For two, I recognize I don't feel like getting on video and teaching that stuff. I just don't have the passion. I don't give a damn, Maya. I just want to protect myself. I'm not gonna lie to you, Susan. I'm just being completely selfish. I ain't trying to die out here. Susan hit the nail on the head yesterday. It's a war out there. If you order something, you got to worry about somebody bringing it in. And if you go out, you got to worry about it being out there. It's a war. She chose the right words in a great illustration. You can't trust nobody. But I know who don't mind building their own mask. And I know ain't nobody but me, because I'm crazy, thought about an AC filter in my mask. Because I ain't got no rules, right? And I come from, it's literally an AC filter. This little puffy part, you can see it, can't you? You can see it, right? This puffy part is an air-conditioned filter, doubled. You ain't getting, look, the only thing I'm catching is good vibes. I ain't catching nothing else. You understand? If it ain't good vibes, I ain't catching it, Maya. I ain't catching it. I ain't catching it. It's got to be good vibes. Cam Norris, my problem is somebody needs to teach that. And I don't feel like doing it. I don't want to do it. I don't have the passion to do it. So what you going to do about that, Ice Buddy? I want to talk back to me. Come on, mute your mic and talk back to me.
Well, it's interesting. Let me also ask you a question before I tell you what I'll do about it.
Mm-hmm.
There have been several things that have come out on Facebook where people are doing some really interesting creative, making some interesting masks. There's now, because of the elastic on the face mask hurt their ears, they've now made a headband, and they're showing how to sew buttons. Well, if I find something that's already on Facebook that looks really good, can I just share that on my Ice Buddy page? Do I have to recreate
share
it?
anything? No, share anything.
Just share and just sort of say, here, Ice Buddy wants you to know how to do X, Y, and Z. And
that's what you saw on my LinkedIn page. What you saw on my LinkedIn page was I shared 3 posts in 24 hours of resourceful content. It ain't got to be me. It's just got to be resourceful. Because as long as it's on your page, guess what they're going to do? Keep coming back to your page.
Right. Got it. Okay. Well,
yep.
I would say here's another great idea.
Okay.
That way you're giving the person credit, because they're going to see you did that. Then they're going to look you up and find out more about you.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Well,
That's
which I can't find, I'll create.
That's it. In fact, in my daily meeting this morning, that's what we said. I'm be coming with something to give away resources to people, how to plant stuff in the backyard and stuff. And we just literally said, we'll just take YouTube links of how to plant a potato. We ain't got to make that up. What we'll do is we'll be known as the person who compiled the list, so you don't have to do it. As a matter of fact, if you like anything of Christianity, there's a guy in the Bible that did just that. His name is Luke. The first 3 verses say, I ain't see none of this. Okay? As a matter of fact, old Theophilus, I researched all this and found it accurate according to the research. So the beloved book of Luke is all research. That's incredible, right? That's incredible. Do not despise being the person that put together the gospel for somebody and say, here, go be saved.
Antonio?
Yeah. Go ahead, Phil.
I even got a better example.
Yeah, give it to me.
Think and Grow Rich.
Oh, God, you're so right. Tell me about it, Phil.
Andrew Carnegie said to Napoleon Hill, I want you to go around and interview people to find out their success principle. So I have access. They'll see you because I'm sending you. But I want you to do all this research and find out what makes people successful. And by the way, I'm not going to pay you. You're going to support yourself by doing sales training while you're on the road. So Napoleon Hill was a sales trainer, and that's how he made his money while he was researching Think and Grow Rich.
That's incredible, y'all. All research. He researched billionaires at the time. I think they would have been millionaires in the book. They were billionaires, though, if you adjust for inflation.
Henry Ford, John David Rockefeller, Theodore Roosevelt, William Jennings Bryan, Clarence Darrow, Alexander Graham Bell.
Basically, the Forbes 100, right? Basically what he did of today. You know, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, those guys. Warren Buffett, he went and go interview them. And, of course, no one has. Here's the slick part of what I'm doing that I don't know. It's so slick. I'm branding myself as a guy creating 100,000 millionaires. But I believe in Think and Grow Rich so much, I might as well say I am the human version of Think and Grow Rich, is what I'm saying. Because Think and Grow Rich has created 100,000 millionaires. It's the truth. There's no other book that's created more. Napoleon Hill is the original millionaire maker. There's no doubt about it. I just love that book so much. And it saved my life, so I got that example. Y'all, please produce. Give yourself permission to suck for the first year. It's all good. Just produce. You can make an incredible amount of awareness, impact, and learnings from a simple piece of content. I'm going to show you how. In this deck, I broke down some of my examples, the platforms you can use them on, an estimate of the time it takes to make them, and some performance stats that show you how well these channels work. Number one, tweets. Gary V is big on Twitter. A single tweet is a piece of content. I didn't even tell y'all how much I tweet now. A single piece is, we'll talk. This is content. This is one post. You're trying to get to 100. This is one post. What else? It takes to make 19 seconds. These times are subjective estimates, but remember, speed matters. 19 seconds to tweet. 19 seconds. To give you all an example, let's do it now. Antonio, show me how to tweet. And what would you do with your tweet? I'm glad you asked. That is a very good question. You should show me, Antonio. My name is Maya, and I want you to show me how would you tweet and what would you do with it. All right, then. Here we go. Tweet. Now, comma, is the best time to get rich. Stop being patient. Move. Actually, all caps. Move. Boom. How long that took, Maya? 5 seconds. Yeah, I did a couple of typos in there. That is. That's a piece of content. Now watch this here. Now I'm going to take my phone, but I never tweet from my laptop. I just do that so I can show. I'm going to take my phone. You're going to love this. You're absolutely going to love this. Here's my phone. I'm logging into Twitter. You probably can't see it, but I'm going to go to my profile. I'm going to go get that doggone tweet. I just blew it up. It's You kind of see it. Just anyway, it's all right. I just blew it up. I just took a screenshot of it. If you don't know how to screenshot, Google how to screenshot your phone, whatever model phone you have. I'm cropping the picture now. I'm going to make it a square post. Now you can see it's kind of square. You can kind of see, let me see if I can, there it is. You can see it kind of square. See it? I'm going to hit done. Now it's a complete square. Go on to Instagram, and I'm about to make this an Instagram post that fast. But then I'm going to share the Instagram post to my Facebook at the same time. So here it is. Here it is. I'm not done yet. There's Instagram, but you can start to see the picture there. I got my Facebook page. There it is. I got my Facebook page checked. Okay. Now I'm going to do, I'm going to write another caption. Seriously, stop waiting for people like me to take your customers. Nah, it's not strong enough. Take your customers, not strong enough. Take your wealth. You deserve, all caps, your, lower caps, wealth. Boom. Then what I want to do, I'm just posting it. Just posted it. We're gonna see. We're gonna see if we can go to Instagram. Instagram.com. All right, here we go. Take this all caps off. Not now. Look. Share my screen. This is too easy. Share my screen. Boom. There go the doggone tweet. I see that. Where's Maya at? Let me scroll to Maya and see you. There you go. She's smiling. As long as she's smiling, I know we good. This is the tweet. I just tweeted this. 12:01. According to my screen share, it's 12:04 right now, Central Standard Time. In 3 minutes, I done posted in 3 different places because this is also on Facebook right now. But watch this here. Seriously, stop waiting for people like me to take your wealth. You deserve, all caps, your wealth. 17 seconds ago. Now watch this here. Then what I want to do, I want to go here, and I want to do top hashtags for wealth. Just like that. Right here, there's hashtags. And I'm going to copy and paste all these. I'm going to go back to Instagram. Will be my first comment. All right. Oh, there it is. Right here. Add comment. What? There we go. So weird using this on a laptop. Here we go. I'm going to put in Antonio T. Smith Jr. because, come find me. Then I'm going to copy and paste the rest of these. Post. And now, in the first comment, anybody searching for these hashtags are going to find this post. We're going to see what happens in the next 55 minutes from this post. And just like that, I done fooled around and posted not one piece of content. I took one piece of content, posted it on Twitter, 1, Facebook, 2, Instagram, 3. I took one piece of content that took me nothing to think about, and in 3 minutes, it went to 3 platforms. But guess what? I'm not done because that's too easy. I'm going to take my phone because it's just faster from my phone. And LinkedIn needs to see that too because it's talking about wealth. If it was talking about something else, I wouldn't put it on LinkedIn. But since it's talking about wealth, I'm going to go ahead and LinkedIn going to have to see it, but I'm going to change it. I got to change it for the culture, y'all. LinkedIn is a bunch of business professionals. My fellow business men and women, please join me in teaching our customers this one vital action. Comment if you agree. Boom. I just posted it. 7 minutes in now, while me teaching, I'm now going to go to LinkedIn and see if I can go and see this comment. Here we go, LinkedIn. Share, oh, please screen share later. Hold on, there we go, there we go. Exit that, now try again. Here we go, LinkedIn, Antonio. Scroll down, there's my content. And right here, my fellow businessmen and women, please join me in teaching our customers this one vital action. Comment if you agree. Now is the best time to get rich. Stop being patient. Move. And right there, I just hit it. And then I'm going to go to TikTok, and maybe I'll start to be, you know what? I'll do it right now as we're talking. Let's not even just play the game. Let's not even logging on TikTok right now. Let's not even be hypothetical here. You know what I'm saying? She's a savage, whoever that is. All right? So I'm going to go ahead and run this here. I got to log in. It's making me log in. I don't even know how I logged in no more. How do I log in? Oh, yeah, with my phone number. There we go. It's making me log in because I just updated the app. 3, 2. Boom. Now I'm logged in. All right. That's LinkedIn for you. Now, I'm going to post me a little video. Here's my video. I'm going to flip my camera right here. Right here. Hey, everybody. I'm with the best leaders in the world. You probably can't see them. Let me see if I can make you see them. Boom. You can't see them too much. They're my leaders. Stop complaining. Be rich right now. Get this money, especially if you're young, especially if you're old, or whatever. Thank you. Hey, everybody. I'm about to go and say, get this MFing money, because it's TikTok. Money bag, right? That's exactly how TikTok acts, right? Money bag. And then I'll put wealth. Then I'll put a hashtag and see what's trending. Decades of hair, lonely child, small gestures, Tiger King, Cubans. All right, let's go with small gestures. Boom. Now, post. But this time, what I'm going to do, I'm going to post it. But then guess what I'm going to do? That is very short. It's posting now. I'm going to cut my volume down. It's posting, but then I'm going to add it to my Facebook story and my Instagram story. Now it's giving me an option. Facebook's the stories. Stories. So now I'm going to do, I'm going to hit this little more button. That might have been short enough for Snapchat. So now I'll put it on Snapchat. Oh, no, it's too long for Snapchat, 6 seconds. All right, I'm about to put it to Instagram stories right now as we speak. Here it is. It's becoming a story. That's right. And then Instagram lets me add it to Facebook, and at the same time, you got to dial them around. I'm going to put both of them at the same time. And right there, that's Twitter, from Twitter, same content, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and 2 stories. That fast. That fast. I'll clap myself. That fast. That's 6 pieces of, go ahead.
Antonio, I'm here in Maui, and what you just did in class just showed up on my timeline, on my computer, on my phone. I'm sitting here looking at you, and all of a sudden, here I'm looking at you, and I'm seeing on my timeline that thing you just did about. I'm just like, oh no, he didn't. Yes, he did. That fast. It shows up here in Maui.
That fast. Oh, that was Megan Thee Stallion. Okay, Grace, you wouldn't know that. Yes, it showed up that fast. What about Facebook that automatically share every post? Is that a good idea? Never mind, you just answered. All right, you would know that, Grace. I see you laughing. Grace is she's so hip hoppity, y'all. It's so hip hoppity. She know everything. Oh my God. Y'all want to know a secret? Y'all want to know a secret? The next summit, in fact, I can't tell y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all anyway, cause y'all so cool. I know you gotta know it. It might be backwards. That's April 11th summit, y'all. Ooh, the Cardos. Ooh. Okay. Anyway, that just happened on my phone just now. Well, hold on, I gotta respond to this. What? Get the wow! All that just happened. All right, there you go. Whatever y'all see this year, we just got Grant Cardone laying in there. You understand? We're gonna make it work. Don't tell nobody. All right. Go back to Gary V. Gary Vaynerchuk says, it takes 19 seconds. He's right. I just proved it. Takes 19 seconds. Here's a tweet. If you don't have a lot of followers, start by engaging with other people to build your brand. 18, that's one piece of content. In total, we have one piece of content. Run and tally. But wait, when it's not the only place, you can go live. Instagram post. Try this. Take your Twitter and put it on Instagram. Facts, yo. First, take a screenshot. I just did this. Erase. Like, I just did this, yo. I just did this. You know what I'm saying? There it is. Boom. Special tip. Notice how we cleaned it up. Clean it up. Clean it up. 55 seconds to do. That's one piece of content. Total tally, 2. Keep in mind, content needs to be contextual to all the platforms. Let me stop right here. Did everyone see how I made each post contextual to that platform? Now I'm going to show you, because I got a new platform. Mayway or MeWe, I don't know how you say it yet. I don't even know how to pronounce it, but I'm betting on it's going to be big. If it ain't going to be big, then I'll just find another one that's going to be big. What I'm finna do, I'm finna go here. I'm finna go post, and I learned enough about this pro platform to make this work. Yes, yes, yes. Emoji this post if you agree. Now watch this. Publish now. I'll show y'all. Show here. It's too easy. Mailway.com or MeWe. Who the hell knows? I don't even know how to pronounce it, y'all. I don't even know how to pronounce it. That don't mean I ain't using it. That's a lesson there. That's a lesson there, Grace. If you like everything perfect, there's a lesson there. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know how to pronounce it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's Mayway or MeWe or Timbuktu. I don't know. All I know is I'm using it. Can you feel it's me? I'm using it. Period. So here's my page. Let's go down. I don't know how to get to my stuff. This is my page, but obviously I don't use this page. Oh, groups, pages. There it is. Pages. And you learn something new. And right there, yes, yes, yes. Emoji this post if you agree. And I'm going to need y'all, see, why did I say emoji this post? Because that's how you respond on MeWe or Mayway or whatever it is with emoji reactions. Do you see it? It says it right here. Emoji. And I'm telling you, emoji this post if you agree. Do you see that? Fast. fast. I just got 2 friend requests on there today. Fast. Don't know how to use it. I ain't know how to use it either. I just keep going over there and getting beat up. You understand? I think you just added me last night. I just keep going and get beat up. Just, you don't know how to go use something, go get beat up, or go to YouTube and type in the name of it, tutorial. Just like that. Let's go back to Gary V. Yeah, I'm giving y'all the blueprint. I wish somebody did me like this. Contextual these platforms. What I'm trying to show you is, did y'all see how it was contextual to TikTok? Get this MFing money. Contextual to LinkedIn, my brothers and sisters, right? You know, businessmen and women. Would you mind teaching your customers this? All right, you know what I'm saying? Emoji this, all that is on purpose. For example, here's how you can use an image on Twitter. Boom, here's the image, here's the image. You see that? Short copy, more casual content, Twitter. Longer copy to provide more context. Boom. My life, Twitter. That's how Twitter is fast. Boom. Instagram likes all that context. Now, here's how I think about posting a video on LinkedIn versus Instagram. How are you leveraging LinkedIn? LinkedIn, it basically more professional. All my F-bombs are censored. Tailored to a more casual demographic audience. Straight F-bombs. You've got, right? You got it. I made the move to censorship on LinkedIn after spending several months reading comments and felt it was the right move for the community there. Of course it was. Sometimes it's a good idea to post the same content across different platforms. Do I post all my content across platforms? No. Do I post some of it? Yes. This is one. LinkedIn, Instagram. No wonder I was scared as bleep. No wonder I was scared of my dad. You see it? Took it out. Boom. Just like that. Now, you all have the link. If you don't have the link, what you do is Google Gary V content model, content strategy. Boom. At this moment, I have taught you, I can go through it's 270-page slideshow. I can go through that. What I'm going to do to provide you more value is I am going, now, this is where you promise to participate. I need you to do one thing for me. I need you to approach the mic extremely selfish. You understand? No one gets to help others. Do not ask me a question in which you're helping other people. I need you to help yourself help other people. It's the only rule I have. It must be specific, tailored, and selfish to you, because to be selfish is actually not selfish. Until you're full, you can't help others. At this moment, you got Q&A for as long as it lasts. Antonio, you're going to crush this because you've been crushing it. Can you help me crush it? What's the first thing I should do? 5, 4, 3, 2, who's the first person? Let me hear it.
Hey, I had an idea about interviewing, I guess, the top real estate professionals and top wherever they are in their profession, just to go.
Smart.
When you said about what Dale Carnegie and all the other ones did, they just sought out the professional that. So to reach across and just get 15, 30 minutes of their time and ask them and tailor specific questions to them and just put that content out. So if it's someone that's a professional across, let's say Milwaukee, he's a property manager. He's managing whatever his claim to, whatever his expertise is. Give him a platform to talk about himself, and then just put that content out, and then let people, say what's the best way to do that. I guess to get it out there as fast as possible, or to get it out there. I guess what platform? Anchor, or just Facebook Live? Facebook recorded, or,
right.
you know, I have a couple interviews already, but just knowing how to put it out there, where to put it, you know, to start
All
it.
that.
A couple interviews are done. So
All
all
of
of
it.
that? Okay.
All of it. Every bit of it. All of it. Everything you're saying is fantastic. You feel me?
Gotcha.
Let me show you something real quick. Actually, let me give you a little hint real quick. What you want to do is you just want to ask a few questions. How you got started? What secret do you know that no one else knows that you know, but it works to your advantage? Feel me? You start there, conversation with everywhere else. Also, what you can do is you're going to build a big list of people that are profitable in your area, but they don't have a platform like you have. Feel free to use me as part of your platform. You understand?
Gotcha.
Cool. I'm going to share with y'all before we get to the next question. I'm going back to my podcast, right? This is, well, let me. All right. This is the same thing I showed y'all earlier. So this is me, Antonio T. Smith Jr., 28 years mine. I don't pay a dime to promote this. Nothing. I just looked at the rank history, and it updates 1 a.m., 1 p.m. It's just every 12 hours. 1 a.m., 1 p.m. In 32 minutes, it'll update for me, 37 minutes. Nevertheless, at 1 a.m., I was ranked number 9, March 22nd. That's about when the world started losing its mind, Maya. You know what I'm saying? We saw March 28th, 3.3 million people had lost their job, right? So we're going to go to March 28th for me. March 28th at 1 p.m., I was ranked 40. I was ranked 146. Because I was still, 40 and 46. I'm never at 40. I'm never at 46. 3.3 million people went to how the hell do I go get this? And they start, I didn't adjust. I adjusted everywhere else in my life. I am accustomed. Look. This is the rank since March 8th. This ain't that long. I'm accustomed to being up here. You feel me? It started getting bad here. I'm not paying attention, though. What the heck? I went to 211 for. I'm not paying attention. I pay attention to everything else. That's a big drop. This is just pure viewership. Listenership, right? You can tell when the economy got bad by my rankings, because I'm ranked number 7 all time. In how-to category right here. All time. How-to. Let me click it. Oh, well, here it is. So let's look at number 1. I don't know who this is. Fantastic podcast. How to do things. Google Teacher Podcast. These are real podcasts. And then here is me right here. Number 7 all time. Period. That's just me. Ever since they created this category. Rank history, we'll see. I've been 7, but I'm always 7. Like, it's always past this here. I've been 7. I went to 6. I went to 8. They had me messed up, so I fixed that. But if you go past it, you'll see more than number 7. But I'm always at 7 because whatever it is that I do, it's just there must be a wide gap between me and number 6. You feel me? Must be a wide gap. That's okay though. Now go back for a second. In 35 minutes, this is going to change, and it's going to jump way up here. It's going to jump. It's going to jump way up here. I'll probably be number 3 at 1 p.m. because I only dropped 1 episode, 2 episodes, 3 episodes a week. Now I'm going 5 a day. Just to sheer mathematics. You got hundreds of thousands of listeners, and they phone automatically download. Yeah, it's going down. You understand? It's going down. 5 episodes a day, they got me messed up. You understand? They got me messed up. Now, here's what I'm showing you. This is me. This is my backup. Well, actually, this is public office. You can look up anybody's podcast. Charter Boys, you can look up anybody's podcast. Now, here's why I bring this up. Because all these people are searching for me to post content, and the best thing I can do is repurpose that content, Pam Norris. Strip the audio, right? All that stuff. Yep. Just like that. Who's got Q&A? Come on, let's go. Who's got it? Give it to me. Who's got a question? Holla at me. Anybody? Going once. Going twice. All right, Maya's got one. She that fear of missing out. It got her. Holla at me.
It wasn't that. It was just I was trying to see if that was a legitimate question and how I would actually ask it. So I was
fair enough.
Just ask it, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm, that's it.
I guess just trying to understand. I see what you did with the like being able to kind of all-purpose an actual response or comment, and I thought that was insane, but that's awesome. All at the same time, and I'm like, I'm still learning how to use most of my platforms, so it's like I've messed up so much in my platform. I'm still trying to put it back. So
at least you're moving forward, so I'm glad about that. You're moving forward. A lot of people don't.
What, did you see my numbers, sir? Okay, and that's beside the point. Anyway, what I wanted to do is, okay, so when you got to the TikTok, because I'm on the TikTok too, but I just kind of like joke around because I know my kids are on there and they're like losing their minds. So like I looked at it as, you know, that's my fun. No, but at the same time, I can kind of like do it as, you know, my kids hate when I say I'm hip. So like I figured, you know, I'm a hip mom, you know, and they're like, oh my God, I gotta lose it. But with the platform,
don't say that.
Should it be? But now they're using it. Why? I don't understand. I'm like, no, that's my word. But anyway, but okay, so should the TikTok platform be like, I know usually you can have it like goofy and stuff like that, and I kind of have it on 2 levels at that point. So like I see the goofiness that like takes up and runs, but like more of the religious and the prayers and different things like that, that's like even higher. So I'm like, okay, so how do I get in the middle with just kind of being goofy, but I definitely want to be a positive person all at the same time?
Well, I would definitely advise you for being in the middle. I wouldn't let you do that. So if you're going to be goofy, if you're trying to be in the middle of goofy and positive, then just be goofy positive like Phil Sorrentino. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. If you're gonna, yes. If you're gonna do that, then blend the two together, because there is truly only one humor consultant. Right? There's really. Yes. It's so. I was watching the video earlier that we did this week because I was finally uploading it, and not this week, early last year, and I was asking people, who's unique? Which one of you speakers are unique? And then, you know, Phil said something, everybody else said something. And then when I said, well, let me define unique, and I defined unique, and I made it tighter and harder, and Phil still had his hand up, which was true, because he still has his hand up, because he really is, the human consultant really is that unique, and it's really hard not to say that they are not unique. So you want to blend both goofy and positive together. Let me say something. Since you asked the question, you gave me a platform that allows me to say this to other people. It's not to you. So you don't have this problem because you're obviously on TikTok, right? So you don't have this problem. But you gave me a wonderful platform to say what I need to say next. Ladies and gentlemen, people are going to say, don't go on TikTok, or I don't understand it, or it's confusing, or that's the young people. And that's what they've been saying about every new thing ever. No one ever says, here's a new thing, it's going to be amazing. That's not the way it works. They always talk about it. Remember when Nintendo came out and they said those games are going to be the death of society? Remember that? Remember before the games came out and bicycles came out, and they said these young folk are riding bikes. Or remember when Moose came out, and people start putting spikes in their hair on Moose, and they said them young punk rockers are going to ruin the world, right? Remember all that stuff? Remember? Every time something new comes out, the first thing they say is how it's going to ruin the world and how it's a young folk thing, and don't do it, right? If you're Baptist, you wasn't allowed to sing, dance, or snap. You couldn't even do this. That was the world, right? You just, come on, right? Listen, this is what we say every time something new comes out. I would like to tell you, if you hear someone saying that, go do that thing. Because we are 100% wrong every time. So the next time you hear someone being right, go do the opposite because they're probably wrong. Was that fair? They're probably wrong. Probably wrong. Probably wrong. This is okay. If, in the 80s, if you cut your hair, oh my God, she cut her hair. You're supposed to have big hair and big shoulder pads as a woman. Yeah, I know. Come on now. I was born in the 80s. I remember. You know what I'm saying? In the 70s, if you wore some baggy pants, you was a drug dealer. No, you wasn't even a drug dealer. I don't know. You was just dirty. Because everybody had tight pants on. You understand? We always saying things about things. So you give me a platform to say, go to Snapchat. They said it wasn't going to be nothing. It is. Go to TikTok. They said it wasn't going to be nothing. It is. They said Facebook. Facebook? That wouldn't even sound good. I don't want my face everywhere. And now, what do? We can't wait for the next challenge to put our face everywhere. We just can't wait to do it. We cannot wait to do it at all. I can't tell you how many people barely left MySpace. Don't be the person to barely leave MySpace. Get to where the attention is. Antonio, well, how do I know which platform is going to be the best? Got you. Don't even worry about it. I'll answer that question right now. You don't know. Oh, is that not the answer you were looking for? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, you don't know. You just don't know. Now, how can I have a strong idea? Now that I can answer. Attention. Which platform is getting all the attention? Which platform is getting all the attention? I can tell you who's going to win the next presidential election. If everything stays the way it is, I can tell you who's going to win the next American presidential election. I won't, but I will tell you, follow the attention. Yep. Whoever is getting the most attention will win again or win. It depends. You get me? That's how it works. Attention follows winners every time. The next time you think somebody is a fraud or what's some words, unmute your mic. Give me some of the words y'all, you church folks say. Come on, you know what I'm talking about. Give me some of them. That's a fad. So we got fraud, fad. Give me some of them, you know. Oh, you got your phone muted. Give me some of them. I need some of them good old Baptist words too. Don't hold back.
Phase.
Phase. Yeah. Give me one of them, Phil. Poser. Ah, yes. All that poser, phase,
heathen,
fake. Oh, okay.
Heathen. You cannot be the heathen.
You in the South, ain't you? You gotta be in the South. All right. Because heathen, that's a Southern word. That is. Yeah. All right. Heathen, all that stuff. Ask yourself, how much attention do they have? If they have a lot of attention, those people are probably wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, please hear me as depending on how many questions you got left, listen to me, please. Attention is the most fantastic way to see who you should follow. Attention is the most fantastic way to see where you should go plant your flag next. People are going to tell you all day long, fake, folk, or whatever, heathen, poser. Are they getting attention? Do people comment on their post? If they do, then there's some truth over there. Should probably be quiet. That person might just be hating or just outdated in their information. Attention is everything. And there's no reason I can't say that. There's no reason that people will attach themselves to you if you don't get enough attention. And there's no reason for you to attach yourself to someone if they don't get enough attention. It depends on what level you're at. But you're always going for attention. Why? Because because you're attention hounds. I was going to say freaks, but that's inappropriate, right? Attention hounds? No. It's because you understand money follows attention. And ain't no sense of being popular and not paid. Go ahead, Phil.
When I did sales training in the 70s, it was simply this: attention. You got to get their attention first, then their interest, then they got to get interested, then you got to get them to want it, desire, then you got to close them, and then deliver. So that was our formula for sales training in the 70s: attention, interest, desire, close, and deliver.
That sounds like that should be a class that is fully taught. Because that is facts.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Does attention substitute for content? Because I know a lot, like when I'm involved or following anybody, yeah, they can have 1 million followers, they can buy 1 million followers. I look at actually what they're saying and the truth to what they're saying and what the message they're trying to get across to. So if you're selling something and you have like you're selling a soda bottle. Soda bottle is all jazzed up, the outside looks nice, it's bringing you a lot of attention. Like a shiny piece of gold, but it's really hollow, it's 14 carats, not solid. Eventually, the attention's gonna go away because the content is not of substance. Doesn't there have to be a balance of having good content and eventually the right people gonna follow you? I know when I did artist development, I always taught our artists, don't put on a shiny suit because people want to see a shiny suit. Do what you do and be real within yourself, and you'll find an audience or a following that's gonna like you for you. Like, you'll create your own lane. Because when somebody's illegitimate or what they say a fugazi, but they're not really posing to what they're supposed to be, eventually it's gonna show. Milli Vanilli, took a couple of albums, but eventually people got it. So isn't there a balance of attention and content, or does that not match with sales?
No, you're absolutely right, but there's a bunch of stuff in there we need to address. Let's start from the beginning. When he said followers, he was picking up on just because you have followers doesn't mean you have attention. Those are two different things. That's what he said, buying followers. Just because people follow you doesn't mean they're paying attention to you. Those are two different things. They know you, so they follow you. They give you attention because they trust you. You understand? People buy from you because they trust you. Yeah. A lot of people out there buying robots and stuff, and they get exposed 6-7 months now from later, or just just whatever, right? Maybe they sponsor the ad, get people to like their page. That doesn't mean that their content allowed them to stay relevant with the ads to promote their page. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with promoting your page. That's actually all of you should be promoting your page. But what you want to do for sure is you want to have the balanced content to do that. Now, I want to take the word balance out of this, and I want to tell you want to kill your content. You want to get a lot of attention, and you want to clobber your content. Your content should be next to none. I don't want you to balance your content with attention, because if you're getting 1 million attention, then you should treat your content like 100 million. You should be doing content for 100 million people. And a lot of people have been exposed. I saw recently, and I'm not the only one that saw this here. I saw recently a lot of churches, pastors, motivational speakers, anybody that did the oratory thing, they didn't want to switch up. They didn't want to shut down and protect people from the large gatherings. Why? Because they needed the people in front of them, because they secretly knew. Put your camera on, Grace. Put your camera on. God dog it. I want you to hear this. I want to see your face when I say this. They secretly knew, Maurice, their content was trash. They were hiding behind their Lord or their name, just being a motivational speaker or something. And the content came from, you know, whoever they preached or whatever motivation they gave. But it didn't come from them. They were garbage. But what they do or their name they built brought the following. There's a lot of people that still sell tickets only because their name. They don't sell tickets because they research every day and work on their craft. They've been stopped working on their craft. I'll take that further, Justin. This system has been fully exposed in 14 days. Let me share that picture again. And the answer to your question, bro, is you absolutely need content, and it better, the same way you said it, everything you said was right. But I just don't want you to confuse what an influencer is. An influencer, the ROI on an influencer with 80,000 people and 800,000 people should be the same return on investment. It makes sense that 800,000 would give you more, but no. If you got someone with 80,000 real people that really engage with them, that return on investment would be better than the 800,000. Can you feel me? Justin?
Yeah, I got you.
Cool. Phil?
Well, and the reason why is because you have context.
That's
We
right.
used to say content is king. Content's really a table stake. You want content on anything, put it into Google and you'll get more content than you can absorb in this lifetime, or if you're a Shirley MacLaine or in any other lifetime. It's, can you take that content and through context make it relevant to the audience you're in front of? And that's why the 6 million people, it's easy. The context for them is they're out of work. So we know what the context is for them. So we got to take our content and massage it so that's relative to the people that are out of work.
Couldn't have said that better myself. You know their context because they're struggling. Now all you got to do is fit your stuff around them. Don't confuse an influencer. What we think an influencer is someone with 1.2 million followers. No, there are a lot of people with 1.2 million followers that can't sell anything. That's not what you want. You want someone that's actually selling. How do you know they're selling? Just look at the comments on their post. It's the comments. If you want to find an influencer, bro, look at the comments. Look at the people joining up. Look at the people showing up for Zoom. You get what I'm saying? If they do that, look at the people and whatever, right? Look at those people showing up, not those people that say, hey, these are my followers. That's not an influencer. And that's going to be exposed here pretty soon. That's going to be exposed here pretty soon. Let me share my screen, and I'm going to do this one more time because it's extremely relevant. Boom. 6.6 million people. Our system has been exposed. If all these billionaires had money, why is 6.6 million people out of business? Now, I'm not talking about socialism and stuff. I'm just saying, where's your cash flow? Where's your money? It took 14 days for us to lay off the most people. This is, Phil, unless you know something I don't know, this is the most amount of people that have ever been laid off in a 14-day period ever. I've never seen nothing like this before, not in any history. Never. We don't even have crappy jobs to give them. You understand? We can't even put them in the strawberry fields and tell them to go pick. We can't do what slavery did and say, go pick cotton. We can't even do that. We don't even have crappy jobs to give them. They just laid off. Off. Way off. And your content, as Phil said, that's the context right there, right? They're laid off. Your content should be devised now. So you're right, man. Just nail your content to the wall. Greatness. Go ahead, Phil.
Yeah, and I've got to get off here pretty soon because I've got a 2 o'clock meeting.
Okay. We're about to end in about 5 minutes, probably 3.
But here's where the rubber hits the road, ladies and gentlemen. You know, wherever you are in life, somebody's had it worse and made it, and somebody's had it better and blown it. So you decide who you want to be. You decide during these times, do you want to be somebody who made it, or do you want to be somebody who blew it? And it's all going to be up to you to decide, how do I need to do and what do I need to do to get strong? Because I've said this before, during uncertain times, you weed out the weak players and the strong ones widen the gap. So if you want to make yourself weak by participating in a pity party, be my guest, because we know where you'll end up. Or do you want to make it by saying, you know what, I don't care what's going on around me, I'm going to be doing certain things that make me strong, whatever that is, whether it's reading a good book, whether it's listening to good videos, whether it's being around other positive people, whether it's exercising, whether it's watching your nutrition. Do whatever you can to get strong and be around strong people, and you'll figure it out eventually. But if you choose to feel sorry for yourself and why me, we know what'll happen. You'll be part of those people that had it and blew it. So that's where we are right now. And that's why the work that, Antonio, you're doing is so critically important, because you're giving people concrete content for the context in which they need it, so that they can get to where they want to get and get through these times. Because we will get, when I say we will get through these times, some of us will, but guess what? Some of us won't. So you have to decide which one's going to use you.
Boom. That's a perfect place to end this class. Perfect place. We will get through this. Some of us will be slaves. That simple. You got the links. Hopefully you saved them. Gary V content strategy, 64 ways to turn one piece of content into 64 different pieces of content. That's it. Listen, if you don't know how to get to the 6.6 million people, you don't have to. You know there's 6.6 million people. You know they're all on the internet. All you got to do is post one time and make 64 a day, or at least a week, and you will reach those people automatically. That's been the point of this class. Wealth will be exchanged and made during this time. Antonio T. Smith Jr., you can plan better. You can dominate. Love you more, Phil. Good luck, and close them good, man. Close them good. All right, everybody. See you next time. Have a good day.